All right, for this question, we've got a right triangle has a hypotenuse of length 17. If one side has a length of 15, what is the length of the third side? Okay, so there's a lot in this problem. It's actually about the Pythagorean Theorem, which might sound intimidating. To be honest, I wouldn't spend too much time worrying about the Pythagorean Theorem. There's more things that are more important to you when it comes to preparing for this test than the Pythagorean Theorem. That being said, I will show you how to use it for this problem, and even if you don't know how to use it, you might be able to estimate with drawing a picture to still choose the right answer like we've done in the past. So here's what you need to know. They're talking about a right triangle. So we're going to have a triangle with a right angle in it. So a right angle is one of those ones where you could draw the square in the corner. So this is a right triangle because it's got a right angle in it. Now the hypotenuse of the right triangle is the longest side, and it's always opposite of where the right angle is. So you go to the right angle, go opposite there, that's the longest side. So this would be 17. Okay, now the two other sides are called legs. That's actually not in the word problem, but I wrote them on here. So one leg is 15, the other leg we don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. What is that third side? Now, we want to try to draw this picture as accurately as possible so that we get a good estimate. So if I made this 15, you know what? If this is 17 and if this is 15, they're pretty close to each other. So I would draw this picture a little differently. I want the 17 to be a little bit longer than 15, but not a lot longer. So let me try to draw it a little bit more accurately. All right, so I'm still drawing this right triangle, but I made this side a little bit longer so that it's, again, shorter than the 17, but at least it's close. So this side is a little shorter than this side, and the question is, how long is this side? So drawing the picture here, we want to have some accuracy, or at least a good estimate for how long these sides are going to be so that we could do a good job using well, not even guess and check, but process of elimination and trying to make an accurate guess without actually doing the algebraic work of the Pythagorean Theorem. All right, so let's try to figure out how long that last side is. I'll tell you this. I know why they use 2 as an answer here. They're using 2 because they want you to think maybe if you add these up, that gets you to that number, 17. Let's think about that for a second. Let's say there were 2 ants. One ant is going to start there and go to there directly. And it takes them 17 steps to get there. The other ant is going to go this way, turn the corner, and then go there. Did both ants travel the same distance? The first ant went straight to the dot, the other ant went this way, and then this way. And hopefully you realize that both ants did not go the same distance. This ant took a longer way to get there. So 15 plus 2 equals 17, but it's not supposed to equal 17 because this is longer than just a straight direct route. So this has got to be longer than 2 to have it make sense. So using process of elimination like we've used in the past, it's longer than 2. In fact, this distance compared to the 15 looks like it's like about half, maybe even a little bit more than half. So how long does make sense for this distance if it's a little bit longer or about half of the 15? So which one would you guess based on the picture? I would guess 8. So that's my guess. So we used process of elimination. We eliminated the 2. That didn't make sense because it had to be bigger than 2. We drew the picture, but we wanted to draw accurately so that we could get a good estimate as to what the right answer is. Now, let me show you actually how to use the Pythagorean Theorem, and then we'll actually work it out mathematically, and we'll see if we did pick the right one with 8. Okay, so the Pythagorean Theorem works like this. Let me erase these. Okay, so it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And the c has to be the longest side, which is again called the hypotenuse. the A and the B are the two shorter sides, called the legs. All right, so let's use guess and check. We guessed that it was 8 out of all those possible answers. So let's take 8 and we'll plug it in for A. The other side, or the other leg is 15, so we'll put 15 there. And we'll see if this equals the C squared. And again, the C has to be the hypotenuse, the longest side, which is 17 right there. All right, so we're going to use guess and check and see if this is right. We're guessing that 8 is right. If this plus this does equal this, then we know we've got it right. So 8 squared means 8 times 8. That's 64. Plus 15 squared means 15 times 15. So you got to multiply 15 times itself. That equals 225. Does it equal 17 squared, which means 17 times 17? So let's go ahead and do 17 times 17, see what that equals. Looks like it equals 289. So is it true that when you add these two together, it equals 289? If it is true, then 8 was the right number to choose. If not, we'll have to adjust this and choose something else. So go ahead and add 225 plus 64, see what you get. And sure enough, it is 289, which means that this number was the right number to pick, which means that based on our picture and based on estimating, you could kind of pick the right answer anyway. So if you want to practice Pythagorean Theorem and get better with this, then by all means, that's a good thing to do. However, if you had to pick and choose what to kind of focus your energy on, I would not focus on Pythagorean Theorem. I would focus on a lot of the other things that we've talked about in the previous questions. And if you didn't get good at Pythagorean Theorem, I'd say that's okay, don't worry about it. You can still use drawing a picture and estimating to probably choose the right answer or get close and eliminate one or two of the wrong answers to get a good guess on this one.